season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars at LaBelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the California Golden Bears, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Golden Bears about to kick it away and get this season started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. All right, guys, let's chat about BYU. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
There he goes. Strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Man, can you draw up a better start for this offense? Coming out the gate explosive to start the season, get a touchdown on the board right away, create a lot of momentum for this football season.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. To throw on first down. He's got it down the middle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He breaks a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Let's take a minute and talk about Cal. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. They'll try to run for it. Nice move to pick up yardage. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Golden Bears! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside, and that's about as easy as it can get.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocked that one right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one. As it skips through the end zone, it'll be a touchback. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking downfield, it's Hendricks. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking for room, it's Thomas. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Nicholson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The Golden Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. He lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. To the ground with the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Cougars are on the move.
Jackrabbit. Check. Slide 22. Slide 22.
Off play action on first down. He'll take a shot. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area, throwing this thing on time. This is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Second down, they'll go to the air. This time it's complete.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy first down.
How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Makes the catch. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. Pulls it in. It's Nicholson. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one they had to have a plan for one of the best receivers in the country, so they're double covering him. You can't do anything else, and still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the first down.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quickly complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Have been lighting up their stat lines. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Cal! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these
wide open spaces. He's got 50 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attacked the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it. Turning it on! Touchdown, BYU! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Clemson is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this could be the kind of loss that sets the program back significantly. They're trailing by 27 to Arkansas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Working that left side now. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. You see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defenders miss, and gets up the field.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the ball's loose in the backfield. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last two drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up fourth down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. All right, guys, let's talk a second about Cal. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster, and they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Running to the left. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking downfield, it's Hendricks. He slings it deep to the left. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Well, the quarterback got into his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down.
Get set, get set.
Looking for room. It's Thomas. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. He's got 59 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. The give to the back. Looks as if BYU will have a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look.
Here we go.
Direct snap. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Fire.
They'll go to the ground. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Back to throw, it's Hendricks. Touchdown, BYU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I think You love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he wants it all. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Golden Bears. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw. It's Hendricks. The screen. He's got wheels. Crosses the 30. At the 45 on his way. Turns it on down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar.
This offense is high octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em, and they hooked a W in this one. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Going to try to get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Cal. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To throw, it's Hendricks. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Rides the back and leaves it. Passes takes him still on his feet. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect them is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. A connection to the right. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Cougars will kick it away to start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball.
There he goes. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and, man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Using the quick game. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
To the air on first down. Got his man downfield. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking for a huge play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Really good job by this defense being dialed in. 2nd and 1. That's an opportunity to take a shot for an offense. They know they still got 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 if they need it. They played very disciplined on the back end, had good coverage, and didn't give up the big play.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense. You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good. And then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll return it. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Unloads quickly. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
The run to the left. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Hendricks. It's complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. BYU with the 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Get set, get set.
He leaves it with his back. Hard running there. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Gets the back moving. Back to pass on second down. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Looking to throw, it's Hendricks. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Wyoming took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Cowboys that fired on all cylinders. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Golden Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
He's got an open man. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And that one will give him the lead.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, the ground game. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for a man. It's Hendricks. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man, or zone.
Turning it on! And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
On the ground with the counter. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Hendricks. Makes the grab. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Thomas. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And BYU will get the first down.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Back has it. Touchdown, Cougars. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. offense is headed back onto the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Oh, they're after him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Working on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I tell you what, these big body tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard, you got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
Got the quick pass. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Gonna swing it on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Waddle. He's close to the first down, but they're gonna mark him just a little short. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go to make tackles, live to fight another down.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Gets it out fast.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the right. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Here's the pressure. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The give as they work on that clock. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line?
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Right on target this time. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Quarterback will keep it. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Wants to fire on second down. Here's the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response. Just a sack party.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The clock is relentlessly working against them. Down 4. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down now. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Running through contact. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Defense still with a couple of timeouts. They can force the issue, make the offense snap it again as they take a knee on this one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be 3rd and long.
Jackrabbit.
Fighting off the defender. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
BYU.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
Well, that's a huge kick right there, because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's taking a deep shot. Makes a grab for a big play. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Looking downfield on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
And back to the air on 2nd down. He'll take a shot. Oh, he got a hand on it and knocked it away. Incomplete, and the game is over. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm